Good afternoon, Mr. Peterson. My name is Brittany Jones, and it is a pleasure to meet with you today.
It's a pleasure to meet with you as well, Brittany. Please have a seat at my messy desk.
Thank you. I know you are a very busy entrepreneur, but I wanted to start off by saying I appreciate you allowing me the time to talk with you today. I will email you my contact information to help us stay in touch. Mary Hernandez is a wonderful lady, and I'm pleased to know her. She is a family friend, right?
Yes, she is. I have a lot of respect for Miss Hernandez and all that she does. She's a great accountant and is always giving me advice and leading me to the right people to talk to about products to better my companies. It is very nice to have her around, and she referred me to you recently because she said you sell a nice product that might be beneficial to my newest business, Family Fitness.
I am so happy to hear that about Miss Hernandez. She spoke very highly of you as well, and I encouraged her to refer me to you. She told me a little about your company, but I hope to uncover more in our meeting today. I know this is somewhat off topic, but Mary told me a little about your wife. Have you started a family yet?
No, not yet. It's just my wife and I right now. We do want a family and we love children, but I've just been tied up in being a great entrepreneur for quite some time. The time is definitely hard to come by for me, so hopefully we can start a family soon. What about yourself?
Well, I am actually not married yet, nor do I have a family. I have been in school and starting my career, so I have decided to hold off for a little while until I am financially stable.
That is great to hear. It sounds like you have your head on straight and you're driven to be successful.
Since we have uncovered the basics about each of us, we can move along to the main reason I'm here today. Payroll administration can be very frustrating for many business owners. It is essentially an added headache to owning a business requiring a lot of time and money to process. If you would allow me to learn more about family fitness, I think my product would be rather beneficial to you and your business. Are you okay with moving forward and learning more from each other, Mr. Peterson?
Yes, of course, Miss Jones.
I would like to start out by educating you on my product, ADP Run, and the services we offer to help you smoothly operate a successful business and have more free time to spend with your wife. Business goals are essential for success with any business, so we will take a look at your needs and I will recommend solutions that are available to you.
Great. I'll start off by saying that every day is rather chaotic for me with a new business. My wife and I love fitness, which is why we've created this company. It is a place that busy parents can come and get a quick workout while their children can be cared for. Of course, we do not want to leave anyone like yourself that does not have children out, so anyone is allowed to join. Our payroll is currently run by QuickBooks software, but we do not use the other features it provides. The added features are not essential for Family Fitness at this time. We employ a staff of 2 managers and 10 employees currently, but would eventually like to grow. The staff includes front desk trainers, snack cafe staff, and a daycare worker. QuickBooks is just becoming too much money than we are willing to spend and would like to be able to have the convenience with payroll administration.
I have to say, Mr. Peterson, you are not alone. Many small businesses begin feeling overwhelmed and hit this barrier at some point or another while operating a successful business. ADP is one of the world's largest outsourcing solutions that could help your company and make things less stressful for you. We have helped many current clients like yourself. Trusting ADP relieves many employers of errors that occur every day as a result of neglect. This neglect is probably not purposeful, but could be managed to help with the future of family fitness. Who is responsible for making purchasing decisions for the company?
I am. I make all final decisions for Family Fitness, and I run them by my wife to make sure we're on the same page.
Awesome. I just wanted to verify that you were the right person to talk to about the success of this company. As the owner, I know your time is valuable. It requires a lot of your time to run the company profitably. Mind if I ask what you already know about ADP Run by chance?
Honestly, I don't know much about your product other than it's used by a lot of small businesses, and it pertains to the payroll administration aspect. Right as I was starting the company, a salesperson tried selling me ADP, but the time my pocket was being emptied by the many startup costs that are required.
Well, I have to say, you are on the right track, Mr. Peterson. Let me explain a few more details that make this software interesting to small business owners. It does save time and more on the administration of payroll as a whole, but it provides a variety of valuable benefits and features to owners that are fully involved in their business. I am sure you are less attentive to payroll because you have bigger problems that must be dealt with every single day. Convenience is one big component that makes this product a lifesaver for many people like you. I know you said you're fairly busy yourself. Is this the case for your wife as well?
Yes, ma'am. We are both extremely busy with the many aspects of our business that our business requires. Currently, my wife runs payroll every week for our employees from our home computer. My wife and I have been talking about changing the way our payroll is done because it is always hectic on Fridays to pay everyone and make sure we are complying with the many laws that must be followed. The business location is about an hour from our home, which causes much frustration for my wife.
Sounds like you and your wife are aware of the current flaws in your payroll administration that could potentially hurt business. From talking with you today, I have learned that time is of the essence, your wife is struggling to get payroll done each Friday, and the company is growing more and more.
You're right on target, Brittany.
Can you tell me what makes you question the future of Family Fitness using QuickBooks?
Well, there's a rather large yearly subscription that we must pay each year for approximately $400. They also change the program often, which requires my wife to take more time learning about the updates and how to use the system accordingly, along with buying the updated software. It causes my wife a headache because it has more functions than we need because it's capable of doing so much more than just payroll. It's not very convenient because my wife must do it from our home computer, which is located an hour from our building, which requires to drive back and forth.
Sounds to me like you and your wife need a way of doing payroll weekly that is convenient and cost-effective for the company. So I told you my service would help to solve these payroll problems you're experiencing. How would this impact your lives?
Well, if the worry of stress and payroll were taken care of, this would have a huge impact on my wife and I. It would allow us to spend more time together as a couple, more time to focus on the business essentials, and my wife would be a happier person on Fridays.
That's nice to hear. If I showed you some ways in which ADP Run could save your company some time and money, give your wife more free time, and help your company to be more efficient, allowing you and your wife the ability to focus on other things necessary for running an efficient business, would you be more interested?
No doubt I'd be more interested. Having a happy, less stressed wife would give me every reason to look into a product like ADP Run for our payroll administration here at Family Fitness.
Well, well, Mr. Peterson, thus far we have discussed a variety of issues that we have agreed are problems affecting Family Fitness as a whole. When considering their payroll administration processes, your wife is reminded of the problem every Friday when she completes payroll for the staff that keep the company running. These problems include your wife needing more free time and saving the company some money. Along with these issues, there are also problems with your current payroll system, such as it being expensive, hard to learn quite often, and not being convenient at all. Needless to say, I have a possible solution to all of these problems if you give me a few more minutes to show you how ADP could help you, your wife, and the business out.
You're right. We've agreed that all of these are existing problems my business is experiencing. I would love to hear more about a solution that these problems by using your product.
All of these negative issues affecting your business have potential benefits to the business with my product. Perhaps one main benefit of ADP Run would be the convenience of your wife processing payroll at any time from anywhere, as long as access to the internet is feasible. The mobile accessibility of ADP is what makes this doable, and this can be accomplished on her smartphone at her convenience. It is not a difficult program to use, and she would not have to be very technical savvy to operate it. Do you see how this would potentially benefit your wife?
Surprisingly, I do see the benefits potentially benefiting my wife mostly. This could reduce her stress levels to allow her to love her job and what she does daily. She is attached to her iPhone, which would be a good thing because of the ability to do payroll with ADP Run from her device.
The ease of processing payroll with Run would allow your wife to have more time with you and decrease the feeling of having too much to do in one day. She would no longer have to worry and stress over managing the company cash flow, updating current tax forms, and assuring that all payroll steps are done properly each week. Seems too good to be true, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, after seeing the advantages that are possible for the company and us if we ultimately decide to outsource our payroll.
The convenience of this product is not the only benefit of choosing this option for payroll administration. It would also save more time than you expect. I know we mentioned these previously, but these are two issues your business faces when completing payroll every single week, correct?
I could not have said it better myself, Brittany. Time is crucial for my wife and I because we would like to see the business grow. I have finally started a business that fulfills my passion of fitness, and I want it to prosper and be successful.
ADP Run would add value to the business in many ways unimaginable. Revenues would increase over time after using the product, save you and the company money in the long run, alleviate stress for all parties involved, and give your wife free time. If you don't mind, I would love to send you a brochure to your email that you can look over to see the advantages and features of using ADP Run over all the other competitors.
That would be good to look at since I am mostly a visual learner. Do you have a rough estimate of what your product will cost my company to use your payroll system?
I do. Keep in mind, though, that this package includes the online technology and mobile application, check signing and stuffing, direct deposit, delivery, access to all payroll reports online, tax compliance and administration, labor law compliance, new hire reporting, training, service, and support. There is a one-time fee of $150 that the company would need to pay for a company ID. Each week, the fee for processing payroll would be approximately $38.95 with 12 employees, which is approximately $155 a month depending on the number of weeks. You could start paying your employees bi-weekly though, and it would cost around $78 a month instead.
Wow, thank you. That is really useful information. It helps give me a better idea of how much it would cost to start up and the expenses it would incur over time. I'm just not sure with Family Fitness being a new business that this is going to fit into the budget, though.
I can see why you are feeling overwhelmed right now, because with QuickBooks you just have to pay a yearly price for a subscription, causing ADP Run to seem much more costly to your company. I want you to consider all the elements that go into accomplishing payroll, though, such as your wife's time, the supplies and money spent on signing and stuffing, the cost to deliver them to your employees, and the expenses to assure payroll taxes are accurate. These things cost your company money on top of the yearly fee, but it is included with the weekly price of ADP Run without the hassles. Does that make better sense and clear up the difference between the two now?
Yes, it does. I suppose I was not clearly thinking about the money we would save, possibly, from ADP Run and its features that it offers. It gives a better picture of the great payoff with your product.
Now I want to ask you if you have any other questions or concerns, Mr. Peterson.
The only other thing that I'm hesitant about with a new payroll administration program is that my wife is extremely resistant to changes. She does not like a lot of change if she can help it at all.
This is actually not the first time I have heard this, Mr. Peterson, because many business owners are very set in the way they do things. Many are very resistant to any change of their routine. If you explain to her that using this system would give her more free time of her own, she will probably smile and want to at least give it a chance. If she is like many of my other clients who go out on a whim and take the risk, she will end up seeing how efficient she could be without the added stress weighing her down each and every week. Do you think it would be something she could handle and eventually be happy with?
Yes, she would be. This would not be the first time I have to bring her out of her shell and show her that new things are great.
It seems to be easy to look past the value of ADP Run, greatly outweighing the cost of it. Of course it is something new and hard to grasp the values you receive from it. Your company is free from payroll flaws, compliance is no longer a worry, reports are being completed accurately, and most of all, you will slowly get your wife back.
You're right, Miss Jones.
Well, we have covered all the basics of ADP Run, the many features and benefits, and how it will affect you, your wife, and the business. Let's get started today, saving you some money and help you to run an efficient, profitable business.
Let's do it. I appreciate you spending time explaining the many aspects of ADP Run and helping me to understand what my business needs. My wife will be surprised that I've made this decision so quickly, but you did a great job of showing me that I'm making the best choice.
Great. I look forward to working with you to get this product running smoothly for you and your business.